Okay, we're on. Hello, Heather.
Hello, Edward. Hi, everybody.
Hello,
Welcome.
everybody. So we're going to ask you to please watch our introductory video first, if you haven't already. We're going to be doing, in this video, we're going to be doing a soul union reading for our mutual friend, Bonnie. Well, I know her as Bonnie. You might know her as Cheryl. And we're doing this actually as a gift to her because she was the one that reunited us, I should say the three of us, this lifetime. And, well, we're both, all three of us are thrilled because we're all soul family. Anything you want to add to that before I start?
No, just hi, Cheryl. Just
Yes, I mean, this is definitely a big raise the roof shout out to you, indeed.
Yes, she can be found on Instagram, and I believe she has YouTube and Facebook as Bonnie Braveheart Angelics. She does a lot of hard work on her Instagram. I always see her posting and putting out lots of blogs and lots of writing. That takes a lot of time and effort to do. So definitely Spirit wants to repay her for all her beautiful work, angelic work that she's doing.
Absolutely, and actually, with her permission, we'll put her information in the description below.
Yes.
Okay, all three of us. Okay, so we will start. We will start her reading with her twin beloved's state of mind. Yes. Where's their mind at? Okay.
Okay, so for her beloved state of mind, I kind of feel that he's balancing out his mental and emotional things, just kind of really balancing out what he wants and what direction in life he wants to take himself. It's also saying that he is kind of quick, like I'm getting that he's like quick with his words. And you could add on from that.
Okay, what I'm receiving is that he is predominantly in his mind, and he has his own state of being. So when he's in his mind, there is no correcting him. So he's at the state of, I would say, mastering his life through his mind. So making things happen with his mind. So he's uber focused, super focused. That's what I would say.
Super focused.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also, super focused on where he wants to be professionally in his life, and pretty much all areas.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So we'll move on to what is her twin beloved's emotional state of being.
His emotional state within his heart.
Yes.
I feel that his heart's ready for things to fade away. His heart's ready for, like his cup's full. His heart wants to open up for love, actually. He wants wishes to come true. His heart is like ready and open and willing for these emotions to surface. But I mean, he does have the mind and heart. We want them out of the mind and into the heart always, But in this case, we go back to the first, back a little bit, and he's stuck in the mind, but he wants to balance into the heart. The heart wants to come open with that. And I feel like he's ready for a lot. He's ready for a big emotional change.
Yes, I agree completely. I would say, now this is the difference between when someone is in their mind and in their heart. So when he is in his heart, all is well with the world and extremely receptive. When he is in his mind, best try another day. Yeah. Okay. So it's still good news, though, that his heart is open to receiving. That's actually very good news.
Yeah.
All right. So then moving on. Now, what is his take on the union of the two of you together, currently in the present moment?
Currently.
Yes.
Okay, this one I kind of feel that he's like looking at different viewpoints, the like spiritual viewpoints. I'm kind of feeling that he's just kind of like considering different things. I know he feels that Bonnie has taken a different route and is very intriguing for that, and he's very open as far as his spiritual life goes. So that I feel is really nice. If you want to add on anything.
Yes. So what I'm receiving is that he is thinking about the past and what happened or what didn't happen in the past between you. So in his heart, he is open. In his mind, doing a little bit too much overthinking and analyzing.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. Good to move on?
Yes.
Okay. And now this would be for Bonnie. What is her advice about the union, current time, present time, currently?
Okay. Current time. Basically standing up for what you truly believe in and choosing what you want. Choosing, like, am I going to go this direction or go another direction? And then you just kind of really pressing forward in your decision with your twin flame union. There's a lot of different things that are coming up, and you're choosing what that is for you, that you need to like really step forward, what you need to basically like pick and choosing your battles is kind of what I'm feeling. As far as the union goes with him, hold on. They feel like there's a lot of different types of energies coming through. So we really want you to shield yourself, the guides are saying too. So using lots of shielding. I'm getting that you get a lot of feeling a lot of different energies from people too. And so that shielding the union, so advice for right now, making sure you're shielding yourself, carrying the correct type of crystals on you in order to shield yourself, and clearing the union daily. I know you're really good at clearing your union, but making sure you're really clearing that and staying grounded, because there's lots of different types of energies coming towards you.
Okay, so I'm just going to state that current time, present, would be for the Aries new moon of March 27th, 2017, because this is basically, we're christening this reading with Bonnie. So what I have to add to that is you've learned much since you first had interaction with your beloved, with your twin, and all I can really add to what Heather said is the written word. So what you can do is write letters. You don't have to actually send them, but to actually put pen to paper, quill to parchment, as my joke goes, just write it out, what you would like to communicate to him. And that will help you stay strong and centered and in alignment. And then, of course, that will assist him as well.
Yes, that was good.
Okay, feel good about that? All right. Now we'll move on. So basically that was all about the current present time. Now we move on to the set of energies that's moving us into the near future, which the way I view that is the next 3 months. So the next is, what is his state of mind towards the union, towards the two of you together, coming up in the next 3 months? Okay.
Okay. Coming up in the next 3 months, I kind of feel that he's going to be like stepping into a little bit more emotions and balancing some things out too. Waiting for perfect timing, I think, too. So his mind is weighing, I feel, weighing things. Okay, is this right? Is this not right? Like going back and forth through maybe, like Edward said previously, from the past and what is currently happened, what has happened. There's a lot of blue energy around you guys, so really bringing in that blue energy to really assist. And as the emotions help him, because this is his mind, but he's literally, his feet, I feel, is going to be in a water type of, so water is emotions to me. His feet are going to be in water, and so his mind, that's going to help open up that, getting him into the heart. I feel I'm balancing out. There's just a need for balance is what I'm getting.
Okay. Well, Bonnie, if that feels right, then it's suggested for you to envision him with his feet in water. So, like, give him that message energetically. Okay. So what I will add to that is definitely a balancing. There's a little bit of a resistance with his mind because he is, in essence, trying to make sense of everything that has happened in his life before you connected, and then what's going on, what he's trying to make happen in his life as well. Let me see if there's anything else I can add to that. Just expect a little bit of a resistance, but that's because him trying to equalize things in his life with his mind, balance things out with his mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I can add to that, okay? All right. So next is, what is his state of heart? How does he feel emotionally about the union of you two together again in the near future, next 3 months?
Yeah, it's funny how the heart is always so different.
Very different.
The heart just knows that, the heart knows. That's why I always want to practice out of the mind into the heart. And okay, let me get this message to Bonnie for her twin. So it's just like entering into these waters, the emotion that the heart really wants to open up for him. I feel that there's a lot of angels around him that are assisting him. I feel that his abilities psychically too are opening up and really feeling that. And if he allows that heart, if he allows himself to step into the heart, which he does allow himself to do sometimes, when he does allow himself to step into that heart, just, it's like, okay, he could see, because basically I'm hearing, I could see clearly now, the rain is gone. So that's like a song that's coming. So it's like he can see clearly once he like allows himself to do it, but he just kind of keeps going back into that mind. Lots of going on for him right now, but there's in his heart, if with his guides and he's following his guidance, it's there. It's basically there.
Okay, so I received the energy of the inner child. So he has a very playful side to him when he is in his heart. And what you can do, Bonnie, is you can envision him doing things that you know that he loves to do, even if it does not make logical sense. Because, that's always the conflict between the mind and the heart. So you are dealing with a man when he's in his mind, and you're dealing with a playful, youthful male when he is in his heart. One is not better than the other. It just is what it is. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. We're not laughing at you. We're laughing with you. Trust me. We have our own situations going on. All right. Now the next is, what is his take on the union coming up in the near future, the next 3 months?
Okay. His take. This is his, the near future, right?
Yes. Next 3 months. Yes.
I feel, again, there's some more balancing between the two. I feel that he's going through lots of, the next 3 months, it's kind of like a continuation of what we just read. Those two cards, it's kind of like piggybacking on that. Him balancing out those, remembering the past, but if he goes into the heart, same thing. So he's really trying to balance a lot of things out. There is like this two. So we have the two twin flames, right? So very similar type of energies coming through. So the masculine and the feminine. This is going to, if you keep working on him, you keep talking to his soul, you keep doing your work, and those two strong pillars really will assist him. The divine masculine and divine feminine that you guys are within your union, that will assist him and for him to know and to tap in to do what's right. So continue doing your clearing and your speaking through the heart.
Okay. So what I will add to that is he knows in his heart that you are karmically joined, but his mind is still trying to sort things out, and that's the bit of the resistance. So kind of alluding to the next is Bonnie, just stand in your power and your truth, and he's going to figure it out. He's going to allow it, I should say. Figure it out, meaning in his mind. His heart already knows. It's just basically having his mind get on board. But there is definitely, if there was ever a balancing act happening here, yeah. So he's trying to make this happen. He's trying to not have his mind rule, but he's in that process in the next 3 months.
Yeah.
Okay? All right. So now, what is the advice for Bonnie about the union coming up in the near future, the next 3 months?
The next 3 months. It looks good. There's going to be lots of, for you, Spirit is going to bring a lot of new ideas that will assist you. Lots of more confidence within yourself towards the union in the next 3 months. And, you stepping up into where Spirit guiding you and stepping you up where you need to be successfully as far as your steps progressing into union. So basically what you're doing now is laying the foundation on what in the next 3 months, what you personally need to do, your self-work, your work with Spirit as a guide, and that does assist with your union, as you know. Yes.
Okay. What I will add to that is very good news, Bonnie. You will find have concrete information or knowledge that this is actually going to happen. So bless your heart, bless your soul. I know you're always good at picking up on messages and signs from other sources, but this is saying that in the next 3 months, you're going to get a sign that's going to be more direct. And that's going to make your heart sing because you know that this is the truth, but you're going to find out that it's the truth.
Yes. She's really great about getting her signs.
Yeah, she's wonderful about it. All right, so now we'll move on. Now, the third part is all about the information going on in the future within a year's time. So we're going to start with his mind obstacle, if there is one, if there's an obstacle with his mind.
Okay. So his mind obstacle. I'm getting is just allowing himself to go into full enlightenment, allowing himself to really fully go with it. Is basically his mind obstacle. It's just kind of there's this veil that I'm seeing that he just needs to step through it. And for him, it's not like a veil, like a curtain. It's something it looks like a wall, but it's not a wall. It's just he could totally just break through it and just be right there. So that's what Spirit's showing me. It's like a fake wall that's there, a very thin fake wall that he just needs to break through. his path towards enlightenment. It's not really, it's an illusion of a wall. That's what I'm seeing.
Okay. And what I'm receiving is he is trying to, it's almost like a mind frack. He's trying to wrap his brain around the concept of past lives and, you know, the whole concept of past lives and living before and shared experiences with you. And he's just encompassing it all, trying to wrap his brain around it, about the whole concept of past lives and how everything is interconnected, how you're interconnected with him. And it's just accepting the truth, basically. That's all I can add to that. Yeah.
Yeah, really. Accepting the truth and accepting who and what you guys really are.
Yeah, the connection.
The connection. And he knows that it's there, but he's just like mind puzzle pieces together too.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Then moving on to what is his heart obstacle in the next upcoming year.
His heart obstacle is being stressed out. His obstacle is like a little too much on his plate, too much going on for him, a little chaotic, and like him not really like, he doesn't know how to ask for help for people. Like he's just really that masculine, that egotistical masculine. It is just kind of like that hinders the heart. That is his heart obstacle, is really trying to break through that. And I kind of just feel like just kind of stressing out about other things in his life. There could be like many issues too. So, yeah.
Okay. What I will add to that is overwhelmed. Okay. Mm-hmm. So this guy is a master of the mind, but bless his heart, soul, kindergarten when it comes to the heart. So, I mean, this lifetime. So overwhelmed at the amount of emotion and feelings that he has for you. And that's like, what the frack do I do with this? So, again, it can't be, as we all know, it can't be through the mind, but at first he's going to try to make mental sense of this, but it really has to be a surrendering of the heart, as we all know, but so he's going to be going through that process.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay? All right. Next would be, how does he view the union? Well, actually, no. It's like what's coming up with the union in the next year.
The year. Okay.
Yeah, within the next year. Yeah, what's coming up for the union?
The year future for union. Just kind of, I think breaking away for him, it's breaking away from old patterns and old beliefs, and for the union in itself. Breaking away from old patterns and beliefs. This is the union. What the union is going. What is it called? This is what we're looking at for the future, right? And the union within the year.
Yes.
Okay. And the year is breaking through a lot of old beliefs on how this could be a lot, many different things in what you're working through right now. Money beliefs, spiritual beliefs. There's going to be lots of changes. As far as like, okay, I used to think this way, and it's going to shift as far as Bonnie goes. And then for him too, you guys are going to be like, okay, I used to think this way, and lots of shifting happening. But there's going to be kind of like feeling trapped, like in those illusions. So breaking through some illusions, I feel that is needing to happen. Breaking free from many different things in the next year. I know the union itself having a breakthrough. Yeah.
Okay. What I will add to that is loss, LOSS, but that's a good thing because he needs to break through his mind, the mind barrier, and come to the conclusion that he is not creating things in his life because of his mind, that he's very limited. So that's going to open up the door for the two of you to be together. So this is actually a welcoming loss because it's relinquishing of the mind. And just realize that at times in the upcoming year, just instinctively know when he's in his head and when he's in his heart, and you'll know how to proceed accordingly. Mm-hmm. But ultimately, yes, breakthrough through the mind, which is what he needs to have.
The breakthrough through the mind.
Yeah.
Just that illusion of being trapped, really that thinking that it's trapped, that you're trapped, is what needs to be breakthrough. The breakthrough needs to happen.
Yes. And then the conclusion is the advice for Bonnie for the union upcoming in the next year.
Yes. So the advice for you, Bonnie, is just making sure that not to get stuck in any fear-based thoughts, any fears that are coming up. So lots of fears that you would have to face. And this is really interesting because what they're saying is like patterns on old relationships and how things used to be. And, as it's coming closer, okay, is this going to continue to happen? And being kind of stuck in that ego kind of trapped mind, and making sure that, you're kind of putting that in check. The ego is going to be coming up a lot for the next year for lots of purification and cleansing, which is amazing because you are really going to be able, the guys are saying you're going to really be able to see where your ego has trapped with. This can be finances. I'm seeing like coins dropping. This can be relationships, your future, everything. So what the ego has programmed in you, this is going to be becoming more and more clear for you to work on that.
Okay. And what I will add to that is, as we know, well, as I'm learning, in the TwinFlame community, one has to be strong for the other, and any issues coming up for us come up for them, or for them come up for us, and you are just to keep within your heart the intimate moments, and that the union is real. Because the mind can lie, but the heart cannot. We know on a heart level that there is a connection, even if they want to deny it or naysay it in a given moment of time. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So let's just look at the entirety of the energy, and anything else you want to add to conclude.
Just kind of going back a little bit on that, just also doing some of that more work. I don't even like to use the word work, but more of the reprogramming of the ego. So that's just going to be kind of like the theme of the next year for you, is really reprogramming that. And you're going to find what works for you as you come into your mastery on working with that. And that's going to assist you in working with your clients and assisting other people too on that. So it all comes up for purpose for us to really put the puzzle together and mastering our own mastery and what works for us. The whole reading as a whole, with the union and as the divine masculine and divine feminine coming together, I feel it's right on. His heart is opening so beautifully. The mind, like most of our divine masculines, gets so trapped. It gets really trapped in that ego, is this real type of stuff, and helping our beloveds get out of the 3D. So basically, the mind is the 3D. The heart, we're stepping into 5D, the 5D type of emotional and type of balancing that we want to really call in, and what we want to step into as twin flames and really creating that. and also believing and being that strength. You know, we have to, like Edward said, we have to have that strength to carry our beloved, to carry our twin flame. There is one that does have the more strength, the more awareness. We are psychic, and we know that this is a gift given us to us by spirit, knowing that this is the beloved, this is your residence, this is your match, you know, and having that strength and continuing to go along our path for awakening and assisting our beloved on the way. So just don't give up. I know you won't. And I have total, complete faith. You have amazing guides, amazing angels, and so much support from your soul family, Edward and I. And I'm cheering on your union. And I know so many other people are too.
Mm-hmm. All right, so what I would add is his mind, bless his soul, his mind. So he goes from present being totally in his head, and then he has a balancing and then an encompassing of, okay, this is, not only is it a possibility, it is a reality. Okay? His heart is on board the whole time through. It just gets a little bit overwhelmed in pockets of times throughout the year. But his heart's on board. The actual union, the reunion is presently is you knowing in your heart and soul, energetically connected, knowing that this is real, that this is true, regardless of current circumstances. And then as time unfolds, you see that there is more of a balancing which has to occur in your life, in his life, so you can be together. Things you have to do in your life, things he has to do in his life. And, you know, as we've mentioned, be strong, do what you need to do in your life, and you will be helping him indirectly. Well, really directly, but you know what I'm saying, indirectly. So that's the balancing. And then, you know, there'll be pockets of time where, God bless him, he'll be lost in space in his mind, but there's still going to be a breakthrough. So that's the relinquishing of the mind. And that's like that's a, can we say hallelujah to that? And then, and then for, your advice is you've learned much. You know, as I always say, the best types of teachers are students and teachers. So you just do your thing. You are helping yourself, your beloved, your twin, and the rest of us of the Twin Flame community. And as time unfolds, you're going to get some concrete knowledge, which is always a blessing. Mm-hmm. And you just hold faith that during those intimate moments that you had, that this is real. And that's what you're going to be kept reminded to be brought back. But it looks absolutely wonderful. And both of us feel very blessed that you reunited us three. And, well, you know, we're going to be your cheerleaders along the way.
Yes. And thank you to anybody that has tuned into this. And thank you, Bonnie, for being so open, for having us share this very gifted spread and gifted reading for you and for all those who resonate with this. If you are drawn or are pulled to listen to this, I'm sure there's a message in here for you as well. Spirit works on multiple dimensions and multiple levels. So if take what resonates and leave what doesn't.
Yes, absolutely. That's usually the case when we are pulled, energetically pulled towards a video for whatever reason. There's usually a message there for us from Spirit, even if it's indirect. Yes. So we love you, Bonnie, and we are thrilled to have you to initiate this this union, if you will, between the three of us, the two of you, and the work moving forward between Heather and I. So
yes. And hopefully your beloved, your twin flame, did receive lots of love, extra love we're sending to him and his guides, working with his heart. And so he could, get out of that mind. feeling that.
Absolutely.
There's a power of 3 here, so that's really good.
Absolutely. Charmed. All right, so all we're going to say is anyone who would like to have a soul union reading for yourself, you can have the combination of Heather and I working with you, or you can have just Heather or myself, whatever feels right to you. We are completely open to that. So thank you, everybody, for joining us. And, well, I know we'll be hearing from you. Usually I would say if you have any questions or comments to contact us, but we both know that, Bonnie, you're excellent at that. So we actually look forward to your feedback.
Looking forward to hearing from you.
Yes, absolutely. We love you. All right. Thank you very much for joining us.
Bye.